No, that was a terrible sound. What do you do when you're a grown-ass lady and you want to get in the Easter spirit? You pour yourself a glass of wine, you get out your fancy crystal egg, and you buy 21 different flavors of Peeps because you hate Peeps. We'll see how this goes. We're going to be rating them in one of two categories. We've got these cute little duckies. For any of these that we try and we say, duck, yeah, those were delicious. And then if they were not so delicious, we've got these little hands pointing a finger for F no, these were not very good at all. Hasn't this already been done before? Yeah, it has. It has been done before by many bigger and better YouTubers than me. But you know what? What am I gonna do? Like, why not try? Have you seen the ridiculous flavors of Peeps that they have out now? I mean, look at this guy. Strawberry Pop-Tarts. Well, I'm just curious at this point. You know, I want to try what a strawberry Pop-Tart Peep tastes like. So sue me. If you want to hang out with me while I drink a glass of wine and give out stupid awards, then you're in the right place, my friend. We got a lot of Peeps to try, so let's go ahead and get into this. First up, we have the very classic Peeps standard marshmallow in yellow with the little bunny shapes. We probably already know what this is going to taste like, but let's go ahead and give it a bite. This one is very fresh. He's very fluffy. He hasn't dried out at all. Honestly, normally I find these things too sweet, but he's just kind of, I don't know. He's really not that bad. He reminds me of childhood. So for our very standard yellow, I'm going to give him a duck yeah. It's very nostalgic, this flavor. I don't know, it reminds me of being a kid and Easter and the Easter bunny coming to visit. So he gets a duck yeah. Now continuing on the traditional run here, we've got the blue Peep, also in the bunny shape. It's been a while, I guess, since I've eaten Peeps. I don't think that the different colored standard versions taste different from each other, but let's take a bite and find out. Yeah, I don't think he tastes any different than the yellow one. I don't want to eat too much of these because I feel like I'm going to make myself sick. Y'all ever see that episode of Malcolm in the Middle where he eats 100, I think they call them quacks?
And I could eat 100 of them.
No way. All that marshmallow would expand in your stomach. You wouldn't get past 50.
Yeah, I'm not trying to eat 100 Peeps today and end up on the floor regretting my life. So sorry if you came to see that. I'm not doing it. Because he's very similar to the yellow one, I have to also give him a duck yeah. Tastes the same. Blue's kind of my favorite color. So I think out of all of the standard flavored versions, he's probably my favorite. Like I would reach for the blue one before I'd reach for any other color. So good for you. We got another duck yeah in the pile. All right, next up, let's go ahead and try a weird one. Let's do cotton candy next. I like cotton candy. So here is our cotton candy Peep. He's very fun. He's got little specks of blue sugar on himself. The marshmallow bit in the middle is also pink. So unlike these guys where they're white marshmallow in the middle, he's a colored pink in the middle. So let's go ahead and give him a shot. It sort of tastes like cotton candy, but it still also tastes like marshmallow. And the combination of the two together is reminding me of something else that I can't put my finger on. Let me take another bite. Yeah, you know, I can't put my finger on exactly what this reminds me of, but I think the cotton candy flavor, really all it does is it kind of accentuates the marshmallow flavor. So it ultimately just tastes sort of like marshmallow with like a hint of cotton candy. It is very sweet, and I'm not a big sweet fan, but it does deliver on what it says it's going to deliver on. It's not bad. I would eat more of those, honestly. I'm going to give another duck. I'm giving a lot of ducks out right now. Duck yeah to the cotton candy one. Another duck yeah one. Woohoo! Let's try something a little weirder. The sour watermelon flavored Peeps. They are very green. I'm a little worried about this one. I feel like a sour flavored marshmallow. I don't know. I'm skeptical on that front. Whoa, he's pink in the middle. Wow, this really smells like sour watermelon candy. And check this out. He's pink in the middle. He's got the... What is going on with his eyeballs? Okay, so he's a little derpy looking. Sour watermelon Peep. Let's give it a shot. Ooh, oh no. Okay, I feel really weird about this. It is very sour and watermelon. Tastes like sour watermelon Jolly Ranchers. But it's bizarre because, you know, Jolly Ranchers are very like hard candy, whereas this with the like softness and the marshmallow also happening. Ooh, oh no. I don't think I like that. It's not because I don't like the flavor of sour watermelon. I do. It's just a super bizarre experience eating a marshmallow that tastes sour. So I'm gonna have to award my first F no to the sour watermelons. Sorry, friends. These were not good. Not for me. Let's wash that down. Let's move on to something that's hopefully a little bit tastier. Next up, let's try the S'mores Delights. These are chocolate dipped. So this is a graham cracker flavored marshmallow dipped in decadent milk chocolate. I want to say the sugar on there is also supposed to be like graham cracker sugar or something like that. Let's just open it up and give it a try. I like s'mores, so you know, I'm hopeful this is good. Looking pretty derpy as they normally do. So normally I like to bite the heads off, but since he's chocolate dipped, I feel like I have to bite his butt off. So let's go ahead and give him a butt bite. Wow. I think this might be my favorite one so far. First of all, the fact that the marshmallow is a graham cracker flavored marshmallow makes it a little less sweet. It really does kind of taste like graham crackers, which aren't super sweet. And then the chocolate on there just really kind of elevates the whole experience. So if you were looking for an elevated Peep, I think I would recommend this. Let's try the head without the chocolate just to see. Yeah, the marshmallow really does taste like graham cracker. All right, this one is so good. I'm going to give it 2 Duck Yeahs, man. These are delicious. You get double ducks. Double duck and delicious. I would recommend these for sure. The next one I can reach is the gingerbread men, and they're looking a little iffy in there. They've become dehydrated. They've been out in the desert. They've had a long journey over to my house in the Midwest from whatever desert they came from. These are within their Best Buy date. So their Best Buy date's not till July of 2026. I am recording this in March of 2026. So yeah, they're within the Best Buy date, but I can even feel them through the packaging. They are stiff. So let's open them up. I don't think these are flavored. I think these are just shaped. So I think it's going to end up tasting the same as like the yellow and the blue ones. Now they might not be very good because this is, I mean, he is, he's a little stiff, you know, he's seen better days. He's an interesting little dude. Not really looking forward to this one just because he seems like he's a little dried out, but that's okay. Let's take a bite. Oh no, he's not flavored. He doesn't taste like a gingerbread man. He just tastes like dried out marshmallow, which is not a pleasant experience. If you've ever had one of these when they're kind of dried out, they're really not very fun to eat. They're way better when they're like fresh and fluffy like these ones were. This one being dried out kind of ruins the whole experience. So, you know, I'm going to leave him headless or partially headless, and because I think I already know how I feel about him, and how I feel about him is F no to the gingerbread men. Maybe I would have liked him better if he weren't dried out, but look, I rate him as I get him. He was not good, so he's going to go in the F no pile. Sorry, buddy. All right, keeping on the Christmas train, we've got stockings, but they don't really look much like stockings, do they? Best Buy August of 2027. So these have a long shelf life, apparently. I'm kind of surprised. Much fluffier than the gingerbread man was. That being said, I don't know that looks like a stocking. Does that look like a stocking to you? It almost looks more like a weird chimney. The other bummer thing about this is this one doesn't have a face to bite off, so I'm already kind of sad about that. But let's go ahead and take a bite. Yeah, I mean, he tastes like he tastes like one of these guys. Nothing really exciting or special about him. I know I gave these 2 Duck Yeahs because these guys have a lot of nostalgia for me. This one, on the other hand, I'm not nostalgic for. He doesn't really look like a stocking. That is a weird stocking shape if it is a stocking. And he didn't have a head to bite off. So yes, while the flavor is a flavor that I'm okay with, everything else about this is kind of lame and boring. So I think, unfortunately, that's another Christmas one that I'm gonna have to give an F no to. We'll give him a Christmassy green F no. Sorry, friend. Maybe if you looked more like an actual stocking, like the picture, you know, maybe if you looked more like that, I would feel differently about you, but you don't. Oh God. I'm only 7 Peeps deep and I'm already kind of over this. And that's not even the halfway point because we have 21 to try. So this is the point of the video where I have some regrets about deciding to do this.
62! 63!
I'm not excited to eat more of these, and I hope I don't puke later. You know what? Let's do something that I think's gonna be another good one. Let's try the frosted strawberry Pop-Tarts one. I really like Pop-Tarts, so I'm hopeful. Maybe this one will make me feel good again. He's kind of fun looking. He's got the pink marshmallow in the middle. He's actually well designed. His eyeballs are kind of in the right place on his head. Good for him. Let's go ahead and give him a bite. Oh wow, look at the bottom of him. Ugh. This is unfortunate. Have you ever had fake strawberry flavor, especially in like a cough medicine type of situation? That's what's going on here. This tastes like strawberry if it were strawberry cough medicine. It is very fake strawberry flavor and it is not very good. Ugh. You know what? Weirdly, I think I dislike this one even more than the watermelon one. At least the watermelon, like, it wasn't the flavor that was bad. It was just bizarre texture that weirded me out. But the flavor, I mean, I like sour watermelon things. So it wasn't that the flavor was bad on that one. This one, the flavor's icky. I think I'm going to have to give this one a double F off. Double F no to the frosted strawberry Pop-Tarts. Ew. Let's go back to just a nice standard Peep in pink. Oh, you know what? Let's stall a little bit before we have to eat another one of these. Let's check out the nutrition facts here. A serving size is 4 bunnies, so they expect you to kind of sit and eat the whole package of bunnies. A lot of carbs, 34 grams of carbs, and that's because it's pretty much all sugar. 30 grams of sugar, including 30 grams of added sugar, which is a 60% of your daily value of sugar. This is literally just straight sugar. There's nothing else in here besides sugar, really. When we look at the ingredients, seriously, sugar, corn syrup, gelatin, but it is gluten-free. So if you need a gluten-free snack, there you go. They're very proud of the fact that they're gluten-free and fat-free. All right, we've stalled long enough. Let's take a bite of our standard pink bunny. He is very standard. I'm not gonna take another bite of him because I'm already struggling and we know exactly what he tastes like. He tastes like his little buddies, blue and yellow. You know, I feel silly giving all the main guys like a single duck yeah. I feel like I should judge them on some other criteria. And if I had to judge them based on color, blue's my favorite color. Yellow is the most nostalgic for me. Pink, you know, pink's never the one I would reach for personally. I'd still eat him. He tastes just as good as the blue and yellow one. But if I had to say out of the 3, one of them that I would never touch or that I'd have to give an F no to, be the pink one. So even though that one did not taste bad, we're going to give him a little F no. But we're going to give him, you know, this is just barely an F no. Just barely an F no. Only because I feel like I can't give them all duck yeahs. That feels unfair. Unfair to who? I don't know. I don't know who I'm being unfair to. We got another terrible Christmas one over here. Let's go ahead and get it over with. This is the Christmas trees. He looks like he's making a pissed off face. You know, I'd be pissed off if I was a Peep that looked like this too. This is another one where he looks a little dehydrated, so not excited about that. Let's open him up. You know, he looked worse in the package than he actually feels. It doesn't feel as dehydrated as he kind of looks. The shape is kind of silly. They kind of tried to do a Christmas tree, but he kind of got wrinkly, and then I don't really know what's going on with the star at the top. He's having a rough day. I'm having a rough day. Oh, God. All right, let's take a bite of this guy. At least with the star on top that looks like an angry face, I feel like I, you know, get the pleasure of biting a face off of something again, so that's exciting for us. So let's go ahead and take a bite. Kind of just tastes like a standard Peep. Got the fun, you know, Christmas decorations, even though, oh, look, it looks more like a star on that one. Okay, I see what they were going for now. It's just this first one in the group had, you know, he's a little special. Since this just tastes like a standard Peep, I'm not, I can't keep doing this to myself. And you can be mad at me for not finishing these if you want. I don't know. This one I'm kind of 50-50 on whether this is a duck yeah or an F no. I'm going to give this one a duck yeah. I need a win. He needs a win. We all need a win today. So Christmas tree Peeps, they're going to be the first Christmas Peeps to get a duck yeah. Let's put him over here. Keep your duck award, my friend. We're almost up the halfway mountain. let's switch gears a little bit and take a little foray into the Halloween Peeps. We've got Halloween Ghost Peeps. Their faces are on their torsos instead of their heads. Good for them. He looks like he's saying, this is some bullshit. He is nice and fluffy. So let's not delay and take a bite. He looks even sillier with his head bitten off. Tastes like a marshmallow with a bunch of sugar on it. I think I'm gonna have to give the ghost a duck yeah, just because he made me laugh. He looks so silly. Look at his dumb little face. Look how freaking silly he looks. Thanks for making me laugh, especially when I'm already feeling super over this. There you go. Duck yeah for you. Yay. All right, you know what? We've had a lot of ones that are just regular versions, but in different shapes. So let's try something weird. Let's do Dr. Pepper Peeps. Maybe this is the mix-up I need to power through these last 10. Right off the bat, this smells weird. This smells very weird. I like the sugar on him, this like burgundy. They went hard trying to make sure that he looked like a Dr. Pepper can. All right, let's quit stalling and take a bite. Weird. That seriously does taste like Dr. Pepper. That is weird. Even though I'm already full of Peeps, I think I have to take a second bite of this one. I don't know if I like it or not. It does taste like Dr. Pepper, but it also tastes like marshmallow. That one's really interesting. I think I gotta give this guy a duck yeah. It's weird. It is super weird, but it's interesting and it's not bad. Way to go, Dr. Pepper. I would almost give that 2 duck yeahs just because it's so interesting, but I don't think I could sit and eat a whole pack of those. I could sit and eat a whole pack of the s'mores ones. These were really good. Those are just weird. I would say, like, out of all of these, if you're curious so far, get the Dr. Pepper ones. Let's go back to Christmas land and our really jacked up looking Christmas Peeps. This one is Snowman. It's so funny, the picture they put on the packaging versus what they actually look like in the package is hilarious to me. All right, let's open them up. I pulled out the first guy in the sleeve and this is what he looked like. Help me, help me. I've had too much sugar today. All right, very sad, kind of dehydrated. Let's go ahead and take a bite. He's not as dehydrated as I thought he was going to be. He just tastes like a normal Peep. Similar to the Christmas trees, I'm 50-50 on this one. I think I'm going to have to give these ones an F off, mostly because he is a little dehydrated. The shapes are ridiculous. I feel like they didn't even really try that hard in the factory to get them right. Let's do one I've been putting off, only because if there were going to be another one I was going to give 2 duck yeahs to, it'd probably be this one. This is the Rice Krispie treats. I love Rice Krispie treats. Any of these ones that were just like the standard marshmallow flavor, I am going to make Rice Krispie treats with them. If I do that before I'm done editing this video, then I'll add that picture at the end of this video. I'll let you know now whether or not that's at the end of this video. So I feel like this one will be good just because I like Rice Krispie treats, so I'm hopeful. So let's take a bite. Weirdly, this one tastes more like the cotton candy one. I don't think I like it. That's a bummer. I wanted to like it. The flavor does not make me think of Rice Krispie treats at all. Like I think of cotton candy or graham crackers or just straight up like a slightly toasted marshmallow, if even. That's disappointing. And for that reason, I'm gonna have to give you an F off. How dare you market yourself as Rice Krispie treats and then not really taste anything like Rice Krispie treats. You've disappointed me, honestly. So you get to go into the F off pile. Let's do a pumpkin one next. Oh, look at that. Trick or treat for something sweet. He's not looking very pumpkin-y. He looks more like, what was the talking orange? Was that Mr. Fred? You know what I'm talking about? That's what he looks like. He looks more like that than a pumpkin. So at least he's very happy about his lot in life. Let's take a bite. She's just standard marshmallow. So the special part of this is the shape, but the shape doesn't really look like a pumpkin. Oh, gross. You know, I hate to be so harsh because it's not his fault. Marshmallows aren't very structurally solid. So somebody at the Peeps department was like, let's make pumpkins that have little stems on the top of their heads, but then they sit in the package and get smushed down because they're freaking marshmallows. So the fact that they're not really shaped like pumpkins means they're gonna have to get an F off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, pumpkins. All right, let's continue on our Halloween train and do the monsters up next. Ooh, buddy, these look like they've seen better days. I think they're just squished, that it's not necessarily that they're dehydrated in there. They're softer than they looked in the package. Even though they're wrinkly, they're pretty soft. Look at his dumb face. What happened, buddy? You're looking a little grim there, you know? All right, let's take a bite. He tastes like a marshmallow peep, just like his brethren over here, the pumpkin, the stocking. You know, the exciting things about them are their shapes, but their shapes aren't very good. And it's all of them in there. Some of them are missing some of their faces. They've been kind of squished. Again, it's not their fault that the engineer over at Peeps is an idiot. So we have to judge them based on what we've received here. So I'm sorry, little monsters. I'm gonna have to give you an F no. F no. I'll give you a green F no so you match. There you go. All right. I want to try something flavored. Let's do party cake. Party cake! I'll be honest, before I open this, I don't like cake. When I was a kid, I went to a birthday party one time where they had little cupcakes with a bunch of icing on top of them. And I ate I ate way too many of those. Way too much icing, way too much cake. And after the party, I threw up cupcake for like a day. I don't want to give away how old I am. It happened a very long time ago, trust me. And I still don't like cake, even to this day. So, ooh, look at the bottom of him. That's fun. His face, he's losing an eyeball down the side of his neck. That's a bummer. Let's take a bite. Weird. I think they got confused at the factory because this one, the Rice Krispie treat one, the graham cracker one, all the marshmallow at least tastes the same in all of those. It tastes kind of like a toasted marshmallow. Like, this doesn't really taste like cake to me at all, which is a good thing because I don't really like cake, but a bad thing because I'm also like, if you did like cake, I feel like you'd be disappointed by this. So I'm gonna have to give you an F no. F no to party cake. It was not very good. All right, we're almost out of wine and we're getting close to the end of our Peeps. Thank God. Let's do the chocolate pudding one next. He's got brown marshmallow in the middle, brown sugar on top. He smells chocolatey. It actually smells kind of like Cocoa Puffs. Let's go and take a bite. He seriously tastes kind of like Cocoa Puffs too, because he's got the chocolate and then the marshmallow is kind of like the milk. Not bad at all. Actually, that would be an interesting one to put on an actual s'more. I think could be good. It's been a while since I feel like I've handed out a duck yeah, but I'm going to give a duck yeah to the chocolate pudding. Let's do the skulls next. Our last of the Halloween installment, or I guess you could call this a Day of the Dead, really. He is mostly white with some pretty fun design with the icing on the face. And this one's kind of cool because it actually looks like it says it's going to look, you know? This one out of all the shaped ones, I think is probably the best one so far. So let's take a quick bite. Tastes like a regular Peep. That said, out of all of the Halloween ones, which were the ghosts, the skulls, the pumpkins, and the monsters, this one was the coolest shape that actually looked like what it said it was going to look like. So I'm going to give this one a duck yeah. Another duck yeah. Hey, good for you, skulls. 2 left. Oh, thanks, sweet freaking Jesus. We've got 2 left. Because we're just about out of wine. Now we are out of wine.
Come on, Francis. Just 4 more. You can do it.
Can't. Quacks. Dying.
Hey, no one said he had to eat all the quacks. They just have to be inside his body, right? Yeah, that's right.
All right, 2 left. I will channel my inner Francis and we will finish these last 2. Second to last, we've got the candy cane Peeps. This is the last of our Christmas installments. I like peppermint. I don't know how I feel about peppermint and marshmallow though, so we'll see. Look at his dumb little face. It is white with some red little sugar granules all over him. Go ahead and take a bite. Ugh. He tastes like candy cane, but that is so weird. Candy cane in marshmallow form. This is an immediate F no. That is an F no. No thank you. Not very good. Please, goodbye. No more. The end, the last one. Yay, we made it. Our last one is the Harry Potter butterbeer flavored Peeps. Why are there bug things on the side of it? That's weird. Sweet butterscotch with notes of shortbread. He has some orangey sugar. His face is mostly intact. His eyeballs mostly where they were supposed to go. So let's take a bite. This one tastes extremely similar to the Rice Krispie one and the party cake one. It's like they used the same sort of buttery type of flavor in all three of those. I don't know. It tastes very much like those other two, and I really didn't like those other two, and I really don't like that either. So the last one, sorry, butterbeer, you're gonna have to also get an F off. So who were the winners? Well, it was the Delights. The S'mores Delights. These were really good, especially if you're an adult and you're interested in having a Peep, but you don't really want to eat something crazy sugary. That was my favorite one, was the Delight S'mores Peeps. All right, our double F no. Worst one of the lot was the frosted strawberry Pop-Tart Peeps. It tasted like cough syrup. Would not recommend. Not very fun, not very good. Oh, and thank God this is over. And we got a plate full of dead Peeps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, babies.